Hello, dear friends. Today is January 28, 2025, and this is the traditional combat map review. There have been updates today regarding the Kursk and South Donetsk directions, which we will discuss and review in today's video material. I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. Your subscription greatly helps the channel's development. Let's start with the 3 points on the South Donetsk direction. Russian sabotage and reconnaissance groups are operating here, but otherwise, the situation remains unchanged. The only development is that Russian forces have established control over the settlement of Belgorod. This is all the information for today regarding this combat area. Next, let's move to Novoselka, to Velika Novoselka. There have been no significant changes on the map here either. However, we are receiving information that Russian forces are expanding their control to the west of Velika Novoselka, moving towards the settlement of Obychная Novoselka and along the supply route. Additionally, Russian forces continue to extend their control around the settlement of Novy Komar, advancing towards the Mokry Ili River. If they succeed in crossing this river, there is a possibility that Velika Novoselka could be surrounded, forcing Ukrainian forces to abandon this fortified area. I would like to remind you that Ukrainian forces in this region have a powerful fortified position, which Russian troops will not assault head-on. Other than this, no further changes have occurred in this area. 2 days ago, Kurakovo came under Russian control, as reported by the Russian Ministry of Defense. However, a pocket of resistance remained uncleared. Today, we received data confirming that the area has been fully cleared by Russian forces. Additionally, geospatial materials from the front lines of the Russian army have been received. Thus, Kurakovo is securely under Russian control. Russian units continue advancing towards the settlement of Dakno. According to Ukrainian sources, Russian forces have taken control of Slavyanka, Petropavlovka, and Shevchenko. However, the Russian side has not confirmed this information yet, and no geospatial materials confirming the presence of Russian forces in these settlements have been received. If this information is confirmed, the front line will be leveled, and the pockets will be cleared. We are already receiving reports about the clearing of a pocket between Petropavlovka and Shevchenko, as well as to the north of Shevchenko. Russian forces are clearing these strongholds. It is likely that in the coming days, this pocket will be fully cleared. Previously, clearing operations took place between Santsevska and Stary Turny, and today, this area appears to be cleared. On the Pokrovsk direction, there have been no changes to the map today. However, yesterday it was reported that Russian forces have expanded their control in the settlement of Volkhov. Today, geospatial materials confirming the presence of Russian units in this area have been received. The Russian Ministry of Defense also reported that the settlement of Dachenko has completely come under the control of the Russian Federation. Additionally, assault operations are ongoing in the settlements of Zelenaya and Lysovka. Here, Russian forces are expanding their zone of control and advancing towards the supply route to Konstantinovka. Attacks on the settlement of Baranovka continue. The Russian army is advancing towards cutting off the supply route between Konstantinovka and Pokrovsk. There have been significant changes on the Toretsk direction. A large number of geospatial materials have been received from this combat area. Russian forces are advancing towards the northern part of Toretsk, and the entire area marked in red is under the control of the armed forces of the Russian Federation. Fierce fighting is currently taking place for the northern part of the settlement. If the advance continues at this pace, Toretsk is expected to fall entirely under Russian control by the end of the week. I would like to remind you that the Toretskaya mine is located here, and it serves as the last defensive line for Ukrainian forces. After taking the northern part of the city, Ukrainian troops will be forced to abandon this fortified area to avoid being encircled. As of today, the combat map looks like this. On all fronts, Russian forces are making forward progress and clearing fortified positions. We are monitoring the developments. Please subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest information. Let's start with the settlement of Chasiv Yar. As of today, there have been no significant changes here. However, reports indicate that Russian troops have crossed the railway. The railway runs through this area, and according to the reports, Russian forces have secured the specified point. Thus, the entire area in this region is under Russian control. From the Ukrainian side, information has come in that fighting is taking place in the residential areas of Chasiv Yar. Russian forces are bypassing the Chasiv Yar refractory plant. As of now, the map looks like this. As soon as new geospatial materials or updates appear, we will definitely discuss them. Now, let's move to the Sevsk direction. To better understand where this is, let's zoom out on the map. Russian forces began moving towards Verkhny Kavskoy, advancing from the flank. Russian troops were spotted in this area, but they came under attack by the Ukrainian army using an FPV drone. At the moment, the area remains under Russian control, and the map looks as follows. From the Ukrainian side, it has been reported that the settlement of Ivanovka has come under Russian control. Although the Russian side has not yet confirmed this, if Ukraine has acknowledged the loss, this settlement may indeed be under Russian control. The settlement of Tern is also still under Russian control, and there is an ongoing clearing operation in the area. In the coming days, it is likely that the area will be fully cleared. Today, geospatial materials from the front lines of Russian forces, which came under attack by Ukrainian FPV drones, were received. The entire area marked in red is under the control of the Russian military. In the Kupiansk direction, Russian forces are expanding their zone of control west of Lozova, moving towards the settlements of Novaya Krugliakovka and Boguslavka. The Ukrainian side attempted a counterattack, and Ukrainian armored vehicles were spotted in this area. Combat operations took place to the north of Kolesnikov, where the entire area marked in yellow remains under Ukrainian control. The rest of the map looks like this for today. To the north of Kupiansk, Russian forces are expanding their foothold along the Oskol River. Recent attacks were conducted on the settlements of Zapadnoy and Dvureknia. Geospatial materials have confirmed that this area is under Russian control. The zone of control may be broader, and we are awaiting new data to update the map. 2 days ago, Ukrainian forces launched an offensive on the settlement of Bolshoy Soldotskoy. However, Russian forces were prepared, as the offensive was not secret. Ukrainian troops were able to temporarily establish positions in the settlements of Berdin and Novosanditsky but were soon driven out by Russian forces. Today, reports came in that Russkaya Poreknaya has been fully cleared and is under Russian control. Fighting continues for Cherkaskoy Porknoy. Yesterday, Russian troops entered the settlement of Pogrebki. However, today, the Ukrainian army launched a counterattack and regained control of the settlement. It remains an area of intense combat, frequently changing hands. The Ukrainian side confirmed the loss of the settlement of Plyova, which is now fully under Russian control. Additionally, information has been received that Cherkaskaya Konopelka is now under Russian control. The pocket between Makhnovka and Kurilovka has been cleared, and as of today, this entire area is under Russian control. Russian forces continue their advance west of Kurilovka. This concludes the overview. Thank you for watching. Until next time.